That Chip and Max Show, we back in the building. Welcome back, That Chip and Max Show. It's your boy Chippy in the North. Y'all know me, Mr. Come here.
It's your boy J. McDougal, aka Mac. Hey, what's up, guys? Real quick, man, we got our guest here, the dude that introduced us. I know Chip is excited to take this away. It's my guy, LaDun.
Yeah.
I am LaDun, at LaDun, body of God.
Actor extraordinaire, the dude who whipped out the blicky and
You whipped out the gun and power.
And Raising Canaan, he whipped out the blicky.
Nah, they put the gun in your head.
Yeah.
Yo, that was probably like the only time I ever seen you do anything violent. And ever in life. I said, oh, dude, got the blicky.
Yo, 50 could put you in some bad situations.
Word is ball. I couldn't believe I'm sitting up there with my drawers on. I got some Cheetos all over my, you know what I'm saying? I eat my shit off my chest. I seen dude pull that curtain back. I said, oh, he got the blicky. That was a 40 or 45.
That was I do not.
See, look, that's how he's never committed an act of violence. The good
That
brother.
was a silencer.
Look, see, look.
Yeah,
I know it was a silencer on that thing.
I said, they really ain't know who they gave that gun to.
Heard up.
You looked like a natural, though.
Nah, you know, spend some time with it.
You
watching
probably was in the mirror. Draw.
Man, you watch enough TV, man. You'll know how to do that, man.
Hey, man, and shit, where you from, you know what I mean? It's known for that as well. So everybody got some of that in them.
Absolutely.
And speaking on that, right, y'all both from the Spire?
We both from the Spire for the North.
Yeah.
You know, I raised him. I'm the reason why he is what he is today. I gave him the idea for the sweatshirts and all that shit.
All that.
I got him his first acting gig over there at Sussex Ave School. And Christmas play, we was in there.
All that.
So, I don't know if I said this, but I had to reiterate this. LaDun is definitely the individual that, you know, connected me and Chip. I remember one time we brought Chip up to Lifetime. We took him up out of the Gold's Gym and told him to come up to Lifetime.
No, don't disrespect my gym. It's called Diamond Gym. The concrete jungle.
Hey, yo, hold on, why you cut me off? Let me tell my story.
No, I'm just saying. Don't disrespect my gym. You know what I mean?
Gold, Diamond,
Nah.
LA Fitness.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same.
Fitness.
Look, they look like they go to Lifetime and Planet Fitness.
So,
look at him. He got his Hawaii Sophie Fame shirt on.
I know. But let me
He got
finish.
the man bun.
Damn, let me finish
my
my
bad.
introduction, bruh. That's why all the footage is on you. You never let me jump in. Hey, yo, but besides that, right, let me tell you, we brought him up to Lifetime, Florham Park, you know, brought him up to a different zip code with a different setting, right? Chippy's a wild boy. This is the first time I've seen somebody just take the pre-workout without the water. I'm saying, my mom, hey, dude, you gotta send him back to Gold's Gym because we just don't do that. We drink about the correct amount of water, 8 ounces. We want 8 ounces in that thing. So we have been there working out real quick. I know this is like, yo, this is extremely funny. We ain't there working out, so we started doing chest, right? So I ain't know, like, yo, Chippy wanted to do chest for 10 reps, but like 20 sets, right? And I wasn't really trying to do that, right? And then he leading the workout. So Doom gave him the keys. So he leading the workout. So we in there, my chest sore for like 3 weeks, you know what I mean? Because when you work out at Lifetime, you're into fitness. You know what I'm saying? You're not into the...
We working out.
Yeah, he wanted to work out. We don't work out like that. We're into physical fitness, cardio, you know what I mean? The whole 9 yards.
They do that cupcake shit.
But I think me and Chip was
Right.
we was connected ever since then, man. And I think that's one of the extraordinary things Doom do is connect people. And then you just, words bond, got a lot of great new friends, I could say, you know, just being around Doom to connect me with the right people. And I just think that's like one of your God-given abilities. I don't even know if you could kind of like say as something you can teach somebody, right? It's like something that...
I don't know. I think it's just being around like good energy, like a lot that really... I think good energy just multiplies and begets more good energy. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I think anything when it comes to like bad energy, dark energy, like I think that feels irregular. It feels uneasy being around good energy. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not forced.
It kind of eliminates it. You know what I'm saying? So
I was trying to get a free hoodie. He promised me. I came up there and worked out and trained him. I was gonna get a hoodie. I still ain't getting no hoodie.
Yeah, that lifetime workout changed your perspective on how a gym's supposed to look too.
That was nice.
That was
We ain't doing talking about too much Lifetime because they ain't give us no check. So
I just got to say that is my place that I work out at.
we need to check if you want us to talk about y'all facility.
We'll get off that, but today's topic, generally, we wanted to touch on a realer issue is mental health. Obviously, because I know you're doing a lot of work in that capacity to kind of like cleanse that and give people a thought process on how to really kind of.
The prayer room.
Prayer room is big.
The prayer room is big. They be in there getting the Holy Ghost on social media. I didn't know you could catch the Holy Ghost on social media.
Was that anticipated, or that was just something that you was like, yo, I got to do this for my community. I got to build this community up and just kind of like orchestrate this the correct way?
I think it came from like obedience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just came from hearing. I think I heard, just hearing God say, "Pull over and pray and go live." And I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my God, that's the thing I hated the most. I hate going live. I used to hate going live. I still cringe going live. Every time I go live, I'm still cringy about it.
But it's like you got your hand on the steering wheel a little bit.
After a while, repetition kind
You
of
got to see him when he first used to go live.
repetition creates levels of excellence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still in a space where I do get nervous going live. But the beautiful part about it is, man, the audience is there now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're naturally there. I mean, we had one ultimate climax season where it was like 1,500 people was just jumping on live daily.
That's
you know what I'm
big.
saying? But that dies down, especially because I was literally during the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
People had nowhere to go. People were struggling with faith. Now even now, it's still crazy to do a solid 150, 200 people on live in the morning. Because I go to some celebrities' lives and they be having 46 people in there. Because people can't maintain that energy consistently for an hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For an hour, talking to people is...
That's long.
Yeah, it's
Especially with our people, because our attention span is like a spaghetti.
I'm gonna tell you what. When
noodle.
you're in my capacity, nobody speaks for an hour. Generally, nobody speaks for an hour.
The shorter you speak, the more attentive.
The more intent. Generally, 20, 15 minutes. Everybody have segues when you're in a webinar, or you get a break. You know what I mean? Get to collaborate with some people. But what I'm gonna say this to say is that I don't really, regardless of the numbers is really, the numbers could be distorted. I think it's about the work that you're doing, and when you see people, they commend you. Because when I know we was together and Joe was just pulling you to the side, just thank you in regards to stuff.
Do you ever be in a club and somebody like, yo, pray for me?
Well,
In the middle of
I've had
a
people
little
pull me-
baby song? Come on.
I've had people pull me to the side. They want to talk outside. Most people want to talk. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They want to have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like they will ask you to pray for them. Most people tell you to call them and pray for them, but the rest of them want to talk about what's going on. They want to talk about with you. Maybe they want some level of advice, something that you can encourage them on. This is a simple struggle, but I think it's something we all struggle with, different things. I just think that the difference is that when you're giving advice to people, it's easier to give the advice, but to apply it to your life is harder.
Exactly. It's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a little harder to apply. I struggle with the same things. You know what I'm saying? You have disagreements. We're all creatures of habit. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to one main thing, we all struggle when it comes to relationships, and we're not talking about just love, romantic relationships, friendships, relationships, and things like that. And sometimes you always want to discuss how can I deal with this better? You know what I'm saying? How can I handle this differently at this age in my life? So I think that, that's one of the things I think most people hit you about how they feel, their emotions. What should I do? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you talk about mental health enough, people want to know how does that work? You know what I'm saying? What does it feel like to talk to a therapist? And some people are not trusting of people enough to even go that route.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, going to therapy is like going into open heart surgery and walking out the same day.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to put your helmet on and deal with the barrage of emotions that will begin to overflow once you walk out of there.
I can echo that. But also, in the course of doing this, are you in a situation where people have to book a particular time slot because sometimes it could get overwhelming. And I know sometimes, right? Not to say it's a business play, but time is such a valuable thing that you have to like schedule it correctly because what I tell people all the time, I can't do right by you if it's not scheduled. Sometimes us randomly doing things, I can't give you my all because I got this other thing going on. And if we can schedule it and I could get you on the schedule and you could, you know, is that something that you're implementing? Because obviously by being like one of your closest friends, I know that your time is like extremely allocated. You know, and I know a lot of people that wouldn't understand that because they will utilize the word or your stance and your belief to be an individual that's present immediately. If that makes sense? Like, do you think people understand the business side of it? And the business side is that still time is a value. Like, you got to kind of like correlate that into booking me for this. Like, kind of like getting like being paid for it. The more story.
I mean, I think the goal for me was I've done it ultimately very free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not charging people to have conversations. I mean, I minimize it now, though, a little bit.
That's what I'm saying,
I'm saying I minimize it to time frames. Even just talking on the phone nowadays, like, I've minimized that to, like, random conversations. Like, somebody will call me randomly, and if it's not about anything, my timer's on. They don't even realize it. And as soon as I hit that 5 to 7 minute window, and I'll just be like, yo, I'm going to call you right back. And it's because we're not talking about anything. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that I need my mind to just be a little bit more fluid. You know what I'm saying? Than to be talking. Because, you know, talking and having those conversations with people consistently, your brain just is working and it's thinking about this. You already have 90,000 things going on to take on somebody else's emotions of what's going on. Or even not even taking on the emotions. To be rambling about nothing. You know what I'm saying? The mind is the devil's plaything. You start talking about nothing, it
adds up to nothing.
It adds up to nothing. You know what I'm
that's
saying? So it's like, you know, I just try to balance that out. But people call me, you know, I try to do it on Wednesdays, to be honest, because on Wednesdays I fast. So with that, I'm not on the phone, I'm not listening to hip hop, I'm not watching TV, I'm just in a place of prayer, I'm doing work. So a little bit. And I try to even minimize the work because with a fast, it's like you have to truthfully, diligently be seeking God. You know what I'm saying? So what I will do as my work, that's when I'll talk to people and I hear them out and I'll say, let's talk.
Okay.
They'll call me, we'll talk, we'll discuss, and I'll give them my options and I'll also give them my statement letting them know that whatever the heck we're talking about is not the answer. I'm giving you my personal experience on things. I'm giving you my own personal experience on things, but doesn't equate to, like, I don't know the final. Because you talk to people on the phone, and they tell you their story, but, you know, it's always 3 sides to a story. So they're telling you what's going on. You can give them the advice based off what they've told you, but it does not mean it's going to work for them because they're definitely not telling you every single thing.
They're not telling you the wrong they did, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why they always say the classic.
I always tell the whole story.
Yeah, the classic saying of that is that you got to tell when you're talking to your 2 people you can't lie to is you can't lie to your doctor and you can't lie to your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But anybody else?
Well, I didn't already fuck that up.
I ain't tell the doctor the truth yet.
Like, doctor, when the last time you smoked? Man, I ain't never smoked.
But let me say this, right? With being a messenger, like is the message, not the messenger. That's what a lot of people miss. Not to say that you're going to get out here. Some people have receipts in regards to giving great advice, you know what I mean? And not to say that advice need to get taken to the ground, but some people just got some type of consensus on they make great decisions, right?
Man, I don't want no advice from nobody that ain't been through a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that's true.
I need somebody that was at the bottom for a long ass time.
That's why I feel like that's why my old pastor was great, Rev Ron, because
Ron was my boy.
He always would say that.
Christian love.
He literally would say, like, yo, he don't want to like walk with people that ain't been through nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really like take their advice. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't been through nothing.
Yeah, so you need people around you that have been through things.
Yeah, and
Rest in peace, Reverend Ron. We love you, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. But we all need that. But this touching on the mental health and therapy, I know a lot of men in our community are scared to kind of like take that route. just me, I do it. You know what I mean? It's the best.
You think they scared?
No, it's a fear
I just
of
think they
unknown.
ignorant.
No, it's not.
Ignorant
I can't say
to
it's
it.
ignorant. What I'm gonna say is this: the people around them will judge them based off that, right?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's. I don't think that men are afraid. I think they ignorant to the nuances of therapy. Like I was ignorant to it. When Hussein put me on, Hussein Gatlin, good friend, attorney, he put me on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't scared to go talk to nobody. I just was ignorant about it. Like, man, I ain't going to talk to nobody. Fuck that.
I think
I'm
everybody
good,
got
nigga.
different
Crazy as hell.
emotions. I think that everybody has different emotions. You know what I'm saying? Vulnerability for men is scary because you get to look like, you can be weak. You can be
Right.
seen as weak. So,
Right. So
vulnerability alone.
Perfect example. Look at, and we don't want to keep drilling old boy, drilling son, because he's a hero of mine, a dude that I admire and look up to. Look at Will Smith. Emotionally, you could tell he was going through something. He was going through something. Imagine having to be under the microscope of the public. Not only the public, but being under the microscope of social media and motherfuckers knowing your business.
I mean, I just think with that, for him, it's a journey. I think that, and we all fall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Because
But
I think
Good,
that
that's
thing
good.
was.
Fall from grace.
I
Not
just
good,
think
so.
that you go through things in life, and in order for you to go to the next level, you gotta really conquer some things. And this is something I feel like he just never conquered. You know what I'm saying? This thing is emotional intelligence. If you read his book before you
Great
saw
book.
before the incident happened, you'd understand his struggle with his own ability to control the characters within. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to be a nice guy, but you also know that being a nice guy has not served you in the past. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
haven't.
People, but then also knowing that being you just question and being a dickhead, right? You can
Right.
be a dickhead, but then people do lose along the way. You hurt people along the way.
Right.
So it's like, all right, now how do you find that balance? You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Ro always says to me, he's like, yo, LaDun, nice as hell, but you need a bite. You need some bite. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or else
right.
people always going to try and step over you. So I just think that it's really being true to self. And I think in that moment, I think he was trying to appease other people. You know what I'm saying? This is the effects of being a people pleaser
Right.
for a
So,
long
right.
time. Eventually, you try
The bow
to
breaks.
portray
Right.
this I'm not a people pleaser or I'm not Mr. Nice Guy, and guess what happens? And then in 1 second, you destroy everything that you worked so hard for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You work so hard to become this household name, to be this person that black people championed, white people championed,
Right.
to be this blockbuster hero. But then in 1 second, you are
Everything
now
is eradicated.
the villain. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It just, and the emotions with that situation trickled and it changed daily. It was like stocks, you know what I'm saying? When
Right.
the thing happened. First day, black men yeah, black women defend black women. Next day you wake up and then you just that was kind of cringy, man.
Yeah.
Think
Right.
about it.
And initially, not to cut you off, but initially my thing was, man, wherever he said it, that's where he gets slapped at.
That
But then,
was
like
the
you
initial-
said, the stock, that was the NASDAQ. That thing was up.
Yeah, you
know,
was up.
and then the
You was
next
up
day, I'm like,
70%.
he kind of probably, then I found out they snatched his movie off of Netflix. I said,
Nah, you.
yeah, I don't think that was too chill to do, Will.
I mean,
Yeah. So,
I mean, at some point in life, right? You got to make a decision, via right or via wrong, but you got to live with that decision, right? And as a man, I think generally you're gonna make some decisions, and to everybody else, it's not gonna be right, but to you, that shit gonna feel good. Not good in regards to you're trying to do something spiteful. You're doing something that you feel like you need to do.
But it got to be a little more, okay, this shit come with the territory.
Right. But
That shit come with the territory.
but the thing is,
You
this,
can't. And that's what I'm talking about. Like mental health. for a man, for an African American man, right?
I don't even think it's mental health. I think it's intellectual intelligence, emotional intelligence, right?
He got plenty of emotional
No, he don't.
intelligence.
No, he don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Not to say he don't. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Go ahead.
No, I think he's human. I just think
That's
that
what I'm
there
trying
was-
to say,
I think he
in most
fell
regards.
short. You can have all the therapy and emotional
All of it.
intelligence in the world. You know, there are days when your emotions
gonna get the best of you.
It could have just been the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny. I think of that when I think of this movie. I said movie. It's a show, Grey's Anatomy. There's this episode called The Perfect Storm, but it's like the perfect ingredients of things that can be the catalyst to the worst possible storm ever. You know what I'm saying? It's a day. It's dry. The weather is this thing.
Right.
The wind is at this rate, so it's the perfect storm to destroy everything. I think that Will Smith was in the perfect storm right there. Like he had the perfect ingredients in that moment.
It got to be some part. Some part of that has to be attributed to his mental and emotional
But
health.
it still
right?
is, though.
Right.
Like, it's
for you to get up on a worldwide syndicated stage, because the Grammys is showed all around the world, right?
Yeah.
They show that shit everywhere, right? For you to get up on a stage and assault a human being, right? That's assault.
Yeah.
Second degree assault. He smacked him. Supposedly he would have broke his jaw or knocked him off the stage.
Right.
Right? Because this happened. I just smacked a couple dudes and knocked them out. I ain't proud of it, but it happened. God forgive me. Don't forgive me.
Wait.
Hold on, time out.
That sounded like he smacked and knocked me out.
No. I definitely didn't smack the. No, I definitely did.
Hold on, what? Hey, what hand? With the one
No,
all
it
the
was the right hand. I
counselors or the one
definitely
with the
put
left
him
hand?
smooth out, and I took his bottle of rosé.
So
I put
y'all-
him smooth. No, this is fact.
This-
Yo Gotti show at Club Abyss in Clifton. I smacked it out.
Of someone?
He was,
Sleep? And you took his bottle of rosé.
and I took his bottle of rosé. I was like, "Come on,
Why
let's see
you
Yo
take
Gotti."
his bottle of rosé though?
Huh? Cause
What
it
that have
ain't
to do
it
with you?
spilled. But I'm like, oh, that's a free one. No, but that's not right. I was wrong for that. I was wrong.
You working on
I
yourself.
was wrong. I'm a work in progress. That was before therapy. Now after therapy, I would have never did that. But you gotta be. It's some type of. It's a facet of foolery that goes into that, right? Because I like my life. Perfect example. I'm a trucker. Own my own trucking company, right? Dude cut me off, almost tear my joint up. That's all I got. It's my bread and butter. You know what I mean? My bread and meat. I don't work, I don't eat. Right?
Okay.
Am I getting out of that truck when he almost cut me off and almost tore my joint up? Virginia State Trooper right there. Virginia is a Commonwealth, and I'm not the complexion for the connection. All right? So I get out the truck and run up on this fool and slap the shit out of him with a Virginia State Trooper sitting right there.
So you almost did or you did?
No, but do I do that? No, I don't do that. Because why? I'm not giving nobody no free shot at me. Right. That's a free one. They took him out of the Grammy. Can't compare back to the Grammys for 10 years.
Oscar.
He tarnished his reputation.
Oscar?
You will, the Oscars. They took him out of the Oscars for the next 10 years, right? Tarnished your reputation, right? You done lost a boatload of money, all for what? Because your chick ain't like a bald head joke.
Well, guess what? You know, I think everything happens for a reason.
Everything.
Without a doubt.
So it was automatically an opportunity for destroy and rebuild. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Whatever it looks like, whatever it's going to be like, you know what I'm saying?
God won't put more than you could bear.
I think that he just has the opportunity to revisit this place where he thought he was in. He had, you know, I think God always bring you back. Like certain lessons happen to you over and over.
Right, he had to go,
Learn from it.
and
I don't think he learned from it.
No, I do believe that he like, yo, I wilded out. Like, that's why he ain't really like, yo, I wilded out. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. I do believe, and at the end of the day, I'm still riding with him. Look, bro, you messed up. Like, nah, I mean, you still my ninja.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing like that. Like, I'm trying to kill him. Nah, I ain't trying to kill him off that.
My opinion, I'm gonna stay on it. I don't feel like he did anything wrong. I feel like obviously you got to take everything into consideration in regards to it's a household situation, and the thing is that sometimes us trying to please our women, we got to be calculated without a doubt. But at the same time, him defending his honor and whatever he felt needed to be defended, he did that.
How many honorable
Wait,
people
can
in the
you
cemetery?
say you say he's not wrong?
I don't feel like he was wrong.
He's definitely wrong.
Definitely wrong.
Man, listen, I don't feel like he's wrong. I'm
I
not going back on my
understand
word.
that you emotion. I think that you feel like he stood up for what he felt like he stood up for his family, but at the same time.
But you don't have to
you're-
smack him.
But you're at an event. You're at something that pays that you're in a space that
Pays your business. Your business
it.
pays you.
This is, yeah, I think there is levels of emotional intelligence to say like, yeah, I can be wrong for that. I could do that in the back. I have children. I can't go out here and tell people that slapping some, especially for the role that you. Now, let's just say Jim Jones was there. He did that. Somebody said something about Chrissy and Jim Jones slapped. This is what
The image he portrays.
he portrays. This is what you get. And when Will Smith does it, yes, you're held at a
Different
because
standard.
you put yourself on that pedestal. Now you have to.
But he benefits off that pedestal.
Yes.
So you can't pick and choose when you want to be on the pedestal, when you want to get off.
Now we're not the judge, but
No, definitely not. I'm rocking with Will.
We feel like he's wrong. Yes. Do I feel like I still rock with Will Smith?
Hell
yes.
yeah, that's my
You know what I'm
nigga.
saying?
Did I lose any love for him? So maybe I could swing a little bit in the middle. I'm in the middle of it, This personally, but this is what I'm saying though, that when you're around individuals that can't stop you from doing the things that may put you in a situation that will demonize you, right?
Right.
So what a lot of people were saying, and we about to switch topics, but what a lot of people were saying that Jada should have. Well, nobody knew what he was going to do. The nigga just,
Man,
like you said, was a perfect storm.
Listen,
nobody
she
when he
know-
walked
she
up there,
know-
who knew that? They didn't know he was going to hug him. Nobody
He's
knew.
gonna pick him up and joke around.
Joke
and put him
around.
down. So-
Nobody really knew. But
I knew that walk. You ain't see him.
But see the
you ain't
slap.
see him set his pivot. I said,
slap-
oh, he about to slap him.
Nah, that slap looks so televised though.
No, I see. Look, I'm keeping it 100. I'm sitting there looking. I said, yo, he about to slap him.
but
Because he had the little George Jefferson walk. I said, oh man.
But-
and I seen the pivot. He pivot. I said, oh, here comes the slap.
let me ask this question to kind of like switch gears. What can people do in regards to creating a better situation to have a better sense of emotional intelligence? What would be a starting point for you? What was your starting point to kind of connect with your emotional intelligence?
Well, listen, I'm still working on my emotional intelligence because I'm ignorant as hell when it comes to emotions.
No, you're not getting out of there like that.
So I think it comes.
No, I'm keeping it a buck.
All right,
I'm ignorant. I'm not all the way.
We're going to get back to you. You're not getting away. You're not just getting away with
No,
that.
I just think that when it comes down to it, it's accepting. It's three. Is it 3 A's? It's acceptance, it's awareness, and action.
And action, okay.
You know
I thought he was about to say alcohol.
So I think, I think with all,
hey, I went there.
I think
That's why I
all
said you didn't get away
three.
from
All, that's why I said all three things come into place when it comes to that. Like, as you get older, you just you realize how much your emotional intelligence affects your every aspect of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not me.
Your money.
I'm still a nigga.
Yeah, if it can affect your money, it can affect your relationships.
Correct.
It can affect your friendships. It can affect your spiritual relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, what can you do? I just think it's just, at this age, you get older, man. You start finding yourself in spaces like where you're like randomly listening to certain audio books. You subscribe to certain people. You're looking at certain,
I listen to 42 Doug and ESPG.
You know what I'm saying? You still be listening to like, yo. So even listening to the ratchetest of music, you know what I'm saying? I'm still there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can go from listening to, let's say I'm listening to Future right now, but I still jump right into a space where I'll be watching Jay Shetty's podcast right after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, subscribe, man.
Subscribe, man. Good brother.
Jay Shetty. There's Jay Shetty. There's Lewis Howes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
But they,
Lewis Howes was one of the people I used to listen to back in the day. I think right
What is
right
right
now
now?
It's all balance.
it's
though,
a
like you were
balance.
saying.
So Lewis Howes is pretty cool. I used to it's just so much stuff out there, but I think what I started really listening to is kind of like is this book called is a great book called was it by Bob Proctor, You Was Born Rich, right? And it kind of touch on the mental aspect of everything. and give you a greater
See,
perspective.
look, this gives y'all a perfect understanding of how we are the polar opposite because I read books about black revolutionaries.
I mean,
Geronimo
the
Pratt,
greatest
Huey
that
P.
the greatest
Newton,
book
George
in that
Jackson.
capacity. Yeah,
I read that.
Yeah. No, you know what I mean. What's it?
That's the only book. Those are the only books I want to read about black revolutionaries. That's it.
It is. Those are
It's a-
cool. Those are great books. Don't get it twisted because
It's all balanced though. Like,
Right.
Yeah, you
but
got-
it's
See, I don't
on you
have
though.
no balance,
So
so
you,
this-
but I'm saying to each his own. I can't tell you to go listen to
No.
Lewis Howes, Jay
Right.
Shetty. You may find peace in walking at a park on a Sunday, whatever it is.
Gotta
You may
find
find
peace.
peace in therapy. You may find peace in meditation. You might find peace in your girl and your wife. You might find peace in different places, but
Right.
there has to be a certain point where it's gonna cost you not to invest in your emotional intelligence.
No, I do the therapy thing, but I'm just saying I'm
That's
ratchet.
it. And I'm
You know what
saying,
I'm
and that
I'm
may
cool
be
with
it.
my ratchetness.
That may be it for you. Like I do therapy, do all
Right.
that. I listen to I think I'm a very well-rounded person when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I think I lost that touch with that type of reality. I'm gonna tell you, consciously, I wanted to because I was, you know what I mean. I wanted to do other things in my life, and I wanted to kind of like store some other stuff. Like so, I barely listen to music, right? I listen to more books, or I'm riding a cappella. You know what I mean? Because I just want to get in tune with what I'm trying to do mentally, right? So, my intellectual intelligence came from I read a book on it first and foremost. I never heard of it, emotional intelligence because you don't get like that's not a word that's used loosely where we from, obviously, and you just it's two levels of emotion where we from. Either you over emotional or you don't show no emotion at all. It's
Right.
in between,
It's no. It's
right?
definitely no happy mediums.
There's no happy medium. So the thing is, I think with coming to find emotional intelligence is to be able to be vulnerable around the right people, right? And to be able to get called out on what you're doing and not
Feeling attacked.
Feeling attacked, yes. So in a corporate world, they call it being coachable, right? So when you're in corporate, you know what I mean, somebody's trying to tell you something, and they may be telling you in a way that you may feel
A little abrasive.
a little
like,
abrasive. But if you listen, and if you listen right and it work, you got some wisdom and you got some application in regards
Well,
to
listen,
how
our
that-
people from our demographic are anti-coachable.
No, I'm not going to say we're anti-coachable. What I am going to say is we don't understand what coachable look like, being coachable look like. A lot of things we don't know what it looks like, right? Because, like
We
I
call
tell-
it coaching somebody hate.
no, hating or dick ride.
No, you ain't.
Or
Shut up.
or what we call it, not contradicting, or like when you somebody in the street and you be like, yo, bro, get out the street, bro. Man, you jinxing me. Nah, nigga, we just seen this shit happen so many times.
That sound like me.
But what I'm gonna tell you, right, is something called, I talked about it, I did a nice video on it, it's called the St. Petersburg paradox, right? And how it works is that, you know, and this is why it correlates to the street, right? It's like you'll gamble, right? And you think you're gonna win, right? But let's say you win once and you're gonna continue to gamble. And the more you gamble, the more risk you take in regards to not attaining what you're gambling for, right? That's called the St. Petersburg paradox. Do your due diligence on it. It's deep because what happened is that you always chasing that thing you got. But the thing about it is like a crackhead. That first high, they always chasing that first high. It'll never be the same.
Right.
It'll never be the same. So that's what you can consider the St. Petersburg paradox. But speaking on mental health, I think overall, in general, I think therapy is great for everybody. I think especially in marriage, right? I think one of the things that we didn't do, me and my wife, when we first got married, was marriageable therapy. You know, we didn't do
Oh yeah, like the beginning. Like
beginning-
they make you do
Premarital.
therapy.
premarital.
Yeah, they make you do therapy when you're getting divorced, but they don't make
Make you
you
do it
before.
I'm not gonna say they don't make you. You're not. If you
Not
in
obligated.
this-
You're not obligated.
No, like I don't know. Just I think we've done so much work in this time and day that I think that anybody who doesn't do premarital, they're
setting yourself up.
Yeah, I think it's the reality is like you don't really know somebody. You know, I remember older couples saying to somebody who's been married for 17 years, like you guys don't even know each other yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like learning is important to like learn these things. What's your boundaries? What's your expectations? What's your non-negotiables? Then you get past that. Then it's like, who are you? Who is that person under pressure? Who is that person?
That's
they're
the
not in
big, and you know
what I'm
what?
saying? It's like
That's true.
hold on.
The fact that you said that's tremendous. Go ahead, though.
no, it's who is that person under pressure? Who is that person on a good day, on a bad day? Who's that person when finances are not great? Who's that person? Have you figured out how to help them? How, can they be your support when you're going through something? Can they put their helmet on and just be like, yo, I'm gonna have to deal with you in your worst moment? Because men do have to, and that's one thing for men. We do have to learn how to do that because, women deal with all types of emotions. We deal with all types of emotions. It's up, it's down. The chemical imbalances that are there, postpartum, things like that you're not even expecting. And then who you're marrying. Sometimes you marry somebody that's never even, somebody who grew up in a beautiful household.
Right, and never was faced with struggle.
They never had struggle. They've never experienced like death. Like for growing up in our communities, we see so many people die. Like growing up, you see somebody went to school one day, they wasn't there. Your teacher didn't come. Came back to school one day, your teacher wasn't there. Grew up, a couple of your friends died in a car accident. Couple this that. So you experience these things. So it's like it's part of life. Now you marry somebody who comes from a world where it's almost totally like different. Pleasantville. Now you marry them. They're the happiest person in the world. You love them. They love you. You guys are married 6-7 years. It's beautiful. Their mom dies. They've never experienced anything like this. This person never is going to be the same again. Now they gain weight. Now they're depressed. Right. Now their
self-esteem is low.
Self-esteem's low. They start gaining weight, and now the real test of
the love.
Love is there. Can you stick with them?
Withstand the storm. Right.
Can you? And that's the question that it ends up coming down to, is you people. I mean, I say you people. Those folks haven't had those conversations and how to deal with that. How do we bounce back from things like this? You know what I'm saying? How can we understand that, I need you just like you need me? You know what I'm saying? Some people will get stuck in those spaces and then somebody walks away because they're tired. Because you didn't know that person would react that way. And that's the real journey of like relationships, life, love. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I learned about being married, right? And we all deal with women's of our culture, right? And I learned that don't take what a woman say personally. What I'm saying to say is that like women will, like I know, women will say some things that they don't mean,
to
right?
Get a reaction.
To get a reaction out of you. But then it's like you would start calling them on that in regards to, oh, you bold, you big and tough. But then you learn that, you allow me to, be this vulnerable in this particular situation. And then you looking like, damn, so you was just talking all that time. I know I've been through that with my wife. Like my wife used to talk hard. So then I started letting her try to be a dude.
Oh, you a gangster? Okay, you want to carry all the groceries.
Oh, carry that shit. You know what I'm saying? Carry that shit. So, in the same retrospect, but this in speaking and closing in general, and this is just a message to our community and communities abroad, never be afraid to work on yourself from a mental perspective, because if your mental not right, everything else is going to kind of like shift to a bad direction. Mental health is the most paramount thing I think we need to kind of focus on, because physical health is cool, but I think your boy Joe told me one day, right, we was working out, Joe was like, what about your heart health? You know what I'm saying? Like, we in there pick them up and dropping them down, and that's one thing I always correlate. That's why I started doing more cardio ever since he kind of like called me on it and shit, right? Which is dope. Shout out to Joe. But just in closing, in general, like, I just think that mentally you got to take care of yourself, man, because if you don't take care of yourself mentally, nobody ain't going to take care of you as well. So seek the help that you may not know you need, and it's better to have it than not have it, like anything else in life. And that, just in closing, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you go follow my guy, LaDun, right? Is that
I am LaDun.
I am LaDun.
My
See,
bad.
I am your friend.
Right here, man, but I ain't reading.
I'm your
name.
friend.
I'm smart right here, man.
He ain't a better friend than me. He not.
Let me fix it then. Let me fix it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Go follow my guy. I am LaDun.
Click on the link in my bio, man.
Buy some hoodies
check out
and
the
shit.
Unconventional Christian Podcast, and you check out the Cover by Guy. I got a few things brewing. So you know what I'm saying. It's just in due time.
He about to do his own.
No.
Tell him about
real quick.
Sex tape. That's
Speak about the thing that we was up in at your office in Montclair that you do. When do you do that?
That's part of the prayer room. It's just every once in a while we do meetups in person.
Okay, meetups.
You know
That
what I'm
meetups
saying?
was
It's
dope.
just almost like a group meetup where we get opportunity. It's almost like a town hall. We get to talk about our emotions, talk about what's going on.
Yeah, I think that
Random
was
people that don't know each other, and it's a lot. Sometimes it's a little long, drawn on, but that's just based on how many people show up. So, but it's just an opportunity for us to share. Some people don't have therapy, so some of us do have therapy. So, you know, it's each one teach one. So like we come into these spaces and we sit down. And we have conversations and we're just like, yo, you know, I went through this, I went through that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, well, when I was in therapy, this is what my therapist, so we're sharing. Now this person gets to go look back up something. You know what I'm saying? Take small little things.
They breaching the confidentiality agreement.
No, there's no confidential. There's only your therapist is not supposed to share your stuff.
Oh, okay.
You can
But
share
you
your
can
See, that
share.
tell you how much I be doing.
Yeah,
So you
gotta
can
go.
share tools that you learned in therapy to help you cope,
Right.
deal with things
okay.
and emotions and shit, stuff like that.
So once again, just in closing, make sure you go follow my guy. I am LaDun. Also, make sure you find Chippy, Mr. Come Here, and definitely make sure that you subscribe and get with me, man. You know who I am, J. McDougal. Hey, what's up, guys? In closing, love you guys. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the likes, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, take the top off on the road, don't check the time on my new rose gold. I ain't got it yet, but I'm just manifesting. I ain't got no time to chill with hoes, just getting ready for my shows. And in the studio, I pray for this shit a blessing.